Hey guys, this is Our Day 25 here today doing my review on One Piece manga chapter 670. Now this chapter was it was a pretty good, interesting chapter this week because of more of the fighting, and it pretty much wasn't, well, obviously it's part of the plot of this whole arc, but in the overall story I don't think so, because this was just something for us to enjoy and get a little taste of back of Luffy and Smoker, because this is their first time fighting after the 2-year time skip. Well, apparently, except for Smoker's inside Tesagi's body. What is it? Yes, he's inside Tesagi's body, and because of this, Smoker can't fight at his best, at his peak. So Luffy, spared him and saying, "I'll fight you again," which obviously will foreshadow what's going to happen later on in the manga. Those two will definitely fight, and I can't wait to see that. But yeah, it was mainly about the slime, and pretty much where this chapter begins is where we have Luffy, Frankie, and Robin infiltrating the ship, or I should say pretty much bust through the ship and enter almost near the lab, where the door is, the entrance. And pretty much they're fighting against Smoker's Marines, the G5. And then Luffy also fights Tesagi in Smoker's body. Yeah, it's kind of like those little opposite things where it's just so confusing. But yeah, apparently Tesagi managed to stretch her arm with smoke, but Luffy easily caught it with such ease. And, remember, it's Tesagi, Smoker's body, so it's pretty easy to be able to beat her, because she's not that strong. I wish she was strong, but apparently that's just not the case. But anyway, after that, we pretty much get where now Luffy's about to fight Smoker and Tesagi's body, and this is where everything spikes up a little bit, gets more challenging and stuff for Luffy. So I think the thing is with that battle, it was like a little warm-up battle, like one of those short battles, just like with the Fishman Island with Jinbei and Luffy. Remember their little fight, the little squabble they had, because Jinbei didn't want Luffy to go and save his friends. He wanted himself, Jinbei, he wanted himself to save his friends and go and fight Hody. So yeah, it was kind of similar to this, to this battle right here. But anyway, we get to the slime, and that's when the slime starts coming down. We got little bits of puzzles, well, not puzzles, like little pieces of the slime just coming down nowhere. And this guy, one of the Marines, he just touched the slime, and apparently it was pretty much a bad idea, because if you touch the slime, you can easily get stuck to it. It's slime, it's gluey, And plus, when someone, this was a very smart idea. What they did was put little flamethrower, and I think that was very smart. But apparently, things didn't work out the way they wanted to. So yeah, that thing exploded. I was like, oh man, that was a huge explosion, like big, big explosion. And finally, we get to the other side, the ice part of the island, where we see Zoro, Brook, and Sanji and Nami's body. And they pretty much seen a larger version of the slime, and Zoro's like, what's going on here? It's just so crazy, because the slime is picking out little pieces of itself and transporting little pieces of bits itself into the other island, the other portion of the island. So yeah, and then Ceasar Clown shows up, and he goes say about the slime, and once this has full power and such, everybody will be doomed. It'd be the end of the Marines and the Straw Hats. So yeah, Luffy just came out of nowhere. It was just so funny. He just came out of nowhere, and boom, just out of nowhere. You know how Luffy is. He has that tendency, that comedic, that comical, thing where he's just so fearless. He doesn't care what happens. Yeah, that was the end of this chapter. Yeah, what I think is going to happen in this chapter, just speculation. I think that we might see some parts of Zoro. No, actually not parts, but actually see Zoro and Sanji do their hockey. Well, I don't know if Sanji uses hockey in Nami's body, but I think at some point in the next chapter, hopefully those two reveal, their hockey. So I think, I think it was really good. that's all I have to say about this chapter. That's why this was my thoughts about it. That it was really good. Everything was just great. Nothing else to say about it. So yeah, guys, rate, comment, and subscribe. And this is Our Day 5. I'll catch y'all guys later.